Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi all, and welcome you all to MNT News Network's today's special session. Today is 1st May, and today we are going to discuss on World's Labor Day. So, concentrating on World Labor Day, today we have a very distinguished guest with us. She is Shirin Sanju Lokhande, and she is Additional Labor Commissioner from Mumbai. And today, as a special guest, she we had invited her to deliver his views, his message on this special occasion of the World Labor Day. Friends who are watching on YouTube and Facebook, they are requested to share this particular link on their social media so that most of our friends in their friend circle will come to know about this important topic, and definitely we will get some important information on this particular topic. And also, you are requested to like, share, and comment on this particular topic so that your views, your comments will come to us, and that we can forward it to our guest speaker, and definitely we can cover all these your views through her. So without wasting time, I would like to invite our special guest today. Our special guest, Mulnivasi Shirin Lokhande. Ma'am, good evening,
Good
and
evening.
welcome. Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim, Jai
Jai
Mulnivasi,
Bhim, Jai
Namo.
Namogadhyay.
Yeah. Welcome you to MNT News Network, ma'am, and thank you very much for sparing your valuable time within this busy schedule, because this 1st May is very, very important as an your department is considered. Even though you are within your so busy schedule and last moment contact, still you had spare your time. We are really thankful to join us today. Ma'am, as today we had organized this today's session particularly on the occasion of 1st May, Labor Day. So on this particular occasion, as far as today's labor is considered, after the Corona pandemic year, he is trying to recover and get back to the current situation so that he can start his life as usual as it was previously. So considering all this scenario after the pandemic situation and today's situation, and overall various schemes also has been organized by government, state governments as well as central governments, and definitely the today's special talk we had involved you invited you for giving this special information on this particular topic, considering all the things. So please, ma'am, please elaborate your views on this particular occasion of World Labor Day, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. I would like to have a conversation with all the people on this occasion of 1st May. It is a Labor Day as well as a Maharashtra Day. And hello, friends. As you all know, what is the significance of the 1st May? It is a Labor Day. So it is an international Labor Day and celebrated internationally. But as our anchor rightly said, do we really in this position to celebrate this day in this year in the background of last 2 years of this pandemic? I think we are in a little bit a shaky position that what should be our attitude, what should be our response to all these things. But I would like to share my experiences as I working with the labor department, and we were directly involved with the labor force in all that pandemic situation, the way it was happened in the year 2020 and 21. In the year 2020, you all know there was a really a pandemic situation. All my colleagues, all my Mumbai city citizens, even all over India, nobody was knowing what is going to be happen, and suddenly the lockdown was declared. This lockdown, which has been declared very suddenly, make our fellow workers very much anxious about their future, about their livelihood, and there was a lot of agitation among them. They were not knowing what to do because of this sudden lockdown. They have they have to think on that what should they do, because daily basically the daily and unorganized workers, as we know, that around 47 crore of our population is a workforce, and out of that 90 96 to 95% of the people are the unorganized workers, and these unorganized workers have been affected very, very badly. They will not know what will happen in the next few days, and in that panic they started to move back to their original states. So there was a reverse migration, that we can say. So the migrated workers have come over here. So around 25% of the labor force in these unorganized sectors, they are migrating workers. So they migrate from their states to the states like Maharashtra, Punjab, Delhi, and they go for their livelihood. And since they were not knowing what is going to happen, in that panic, they just started to move on the roads. They were waiting at the railway stations, making a large crowd over there, and it was very difficult for the government right that time. So the labor department with the disaster management group which has been formed by the government, with the police department, with the collector, we all were trying to help these workers, to make them calm, to see that how they will be at the right place at the right time. And we started our work on them. Uh, Fortunately, with the help of the government machineries and the central government, it was possible to organize the Shramik trains. And those Shramik trains have carried around 10 lakhs of people, 10 lakhs of workers to their home states. And like that, this reverse migration, the historic reverse migration had happened in that time. But for how long they will go and stay over there without their bread and butter? They have to come back somehow. So after the calming down, after knowing about the medical help what they will get, they got the assurance that now they can come back. So slowly, after the period of 6 months, 7 months, they've started to come back. The basically which industry has been hampered? See, in Mumbai, I can give you the example, mainly the construction industry. Then there was a household industry and the security agencies and the security industries. It has been hampered very much. Like in Punjab, they have a huge agriculture industry which is based on these Bihari workers. So they have also have the same situation. It has been hampered very much. Even the incidents has been happened that while the Shramiks are going on Shramik trains, the Tamil Nadu state government had stopped them to go because the whole industries is going to be stopped because there was no laborers to work, right? So the rightly the laborers were having the fear of their life. That's why they were leaving, and here the industry was having fear to going for a standstill, and that was a main problem which we have seen in the first pandemic lockdown. Similarly, the situation was not so pandemic in the next year, in the second wave, because in the second wave, the government has very, very wisely said that the transportations will not be stopped. There not be locked down, full lockdown. So it was a very partial. So people were also have an experience of the first pandemic. So it was a quite soothing on the second wave that the workers, they were not so panically went to their states, to their parent states. They were staying on the sites where they were working, and somehow the economy was not hampered as it was in 2020. I think in 2020, to at least for 6 months, the 80% of the industry, we can just exclude some essential services, was really stagnant and it was really hampered. If we can take the example of Mumbai, Mumbai is having the largest industry is the service industry. And this service industry turnover is around 4 lakhs crores. Even for a one day, if our Mumbai gets standstill, we have to lose around 500 crores. So that you can see the impact of this, what is happened on the economy. And once the economy collapses, rightly the workers are going to be the first person who will have the impact of this, and this has really happened at that right time. Then government has intervened, and the notification or one circular has been issued by our state labor minister and the state ministry, that we have made an appeal to the industry that not to terminate the workers, or maybe there is a fundamental thing that no work no wages, but if the workers is not having any transportation, then how he will reach to his place. So it has been guided by the government that not to terminate any worker, and at least to give something for his livelihood, some percentage of his wages to him, and not to cut his total salary or not to terminate from him. At the same time, even the ILO have given some directions to all the nations, because this pandemic has created havoc in 190 countries. So all over the world, there was a very bad impact of this corona, and that's why the ILO has to step in, and ILO has to say that give a total protection to the workers at workplace, as well as protect their jobs, and give it is also directed to give a momentum to the economy and create a new avenue of a job and the work job for the workforce, so that at least something will be provided by the government to the workers. These workers who has been gone to their native places, and there was a, as I said, there was a reverse migration. Lot of things has been done by those state governments. They have started EGS schemes over there. They have increased the volume of those schemes. Then the people, they have started their own some businesses, some service industries, like to serve the food or in agriculture. We really have been saved by our agriculture industry in that period, because in that area where the agriculture is there, this pandemic have not have that kind of effect, because they're already living in their villages. They're having isolations on their fields. So maybe in big villages there was a pandemic, but outside the skirts of those villages, our industry, this agricultural industry, is the main industry which really save our country, what I would like to say. Yeah, this in the same that pandemic period, my department was also very proactive. As I have discussed in my previous videos also, that we are implementing the welfare schemes for construction workers as well as unorganized workers. So my department, like I said, that has been helped to people for go through the Shramik trains. At the same time, we have started to distribute afternoon meal as well as the dinner to the workers. Those were has been halted on the construction sites. So around 1 lakhs of construction workers in Maharashtra have been served food at free of cost by the Construction Welfare Board. As well as what we have done is around 6,500 in three installments within the period of last 2 years. The board has issued, or board had distributed those money as a monetary help to these construction workers. So this benefit has been given to around lakhs of workers, that construction workers. As well as what we have done is that Gharelu Kamgar, so the domestic workers. So we also have a domestic welfare board. That board also declared 1,500 twice to these homemates and the home workers, and around 1 lakh 5,000 workers have household workers have got this help of 1,500 for 2 periods, 2 installments. So around 15 crore have been distributed by our office to these workers. Side by side, we were also handling the matters. The people were not physically meeting, right? But we were getting the complaint. We had one site, and we also have declared one helpline. So on that, we were getting a lot of complaints of not getting the salary or terminations and all. So that time we were taking the meetings online, and online meetings has helped a lot. We made appeal to the industry, to the employers, and they really give us a support by not terminating these workers or trying to help them. They themselves see the small industries and the most of the factories, they were closed. Those who were not essentials productions or essential services. So naturally, their money was also stuck, and they also having the same problem. So the worker was not having livelihood. The likewise, the whole the factory was not running, but still the people, they have done their CSR works, and they have helped a lot of people, their own workers, by giving them some financial support as well as some support, like they've started the transportation with the free of cost, so at least workers can come and work. The most industry which has been shown their dedication and the really hats off to them are the um, workers who are working in hospitals, who are working in like the municipal workers, the Safai Kamgar. They were really working hard, I can say, and the government or their local authority do try to give them good protections, but it was like, so nobody was knowing what to do. At the same time, they were not having that much of resources even, but still I really hats off to those all my safai workers who had worked very hard. Because of them, I think we the whole cities have been saved in those pandemic conditions. And some data does shows that around 30 to 32% of the workforce have lost their job, and this is the reality. So now we have to fight with this reality, because see, they lost their job, so many companies have been closed down. But I think last few 6 months, the impact has of this corona have been reduced a lot, and the people are working. They are trying to go to their work. So many companies, they have given the facility of the transportation, and yes, now really the we are coming on line of our routine. Let's hope so that again something will not come up which will again hamper this whatever we are recovering phase. We are in the recovering phase now, right now, I can say. And workers are really getting on their jobs, but while going on routine back, this pandemic had made a lot of change in our lifestyle. Not only in our lifestyle, it has been changed even the industry's nature of work. Right now, I can say around 50% of the industry, they are thinking on going for some online work, or not only for online work, or they are thinking on to reconstructing their nature of job. So like few percent, 25% of the employees will continue to work from home. So this is the intention of the industry for cost saving purpose. The structure of permanent employment has been changed. So now from permanent employment, they are going for a contingent employment, like we say temporary people or contractual basis people. So the industry has changed their mind. Likewise, the workforce or the white collared workforce, they have to change their mentality also. Uh, so many people who have been done the work from home, like I may say that IT industry to 90% people were doing that kind of job. So some of them got so used to it, they are still will like to continue for work from home jobs. But the industry of that kind of nature, they may allow. But what about the other which are doing the productions and all? So there it is not possible. So then, as a cost cutting measures, they are going for a contingent employment kind of thing. So the whole combination of workforce have been getting, trouble, that outcome of this may be like in few years, all the traditional things what we are looking at, that is definitely going to change. So there are some positive impact of this corona. people who have been self-employed got so many other avenues. Like we were seeing that even we were at home, so we were taking a help of everything which should reach at our home. So this industry, the mainly the service industry, they got a boom. Even so many workers, they were also needed to give the things door to door. So that has given a boom to that industry. And few percent, around 5 to 10% of people, they are now not interested in any jobs because they got their own small businesses, maybe in food industry, maybe in delivering the goods and all. So this kind of industry has really got boom in this whole pandemic, or that the impact of the afterwards the pandemic. But there is a truth that the around 30% of the employers, they are now not interested in the old pattern of working. They want to reshuffle the industry. So likewise, I think the workers has, or this the all workforce and the employees, they also have to change their mindset. So what kind of mindset they should change? The first thing they have to do is that increase their efficiency. So previously what used to happen, once you got a permanent job in any industry, then the worker, what we have come across in whatever dispute were coming before us and we were handling them, the worker was not even ready to change his department. He doesn't want even to, if he is working on one line of production, he was not ready even to change his line of production, or he will not go on the second or third line of production. That was the rigidity, and the union will help for that only. But now it is not possible at all. So first thing is that increase their efficiency and flexibility with that. So this kind of flexibility workers has to adopt. They has to make themselves, they're mentally prepared to work anywhere if that industry needed to work them, so that they can have control on the workforce and can get a good productivity from those workers. Then the sales, another thing is that they should be more responsive. They should have a more responsive in all the way. Like just now I have given an example that they should be in a position uh, to give a total productivity to their management, and along with the responsiveness, flexibility, then adaptive workforce should be the more need of this age, right? The workers training, the workers knowledge of development of his own knowledge. The worker, he himself has also to do all the efforts for that. And even the industry also have to change, that the HR department of the each and every industry must have the cross functioning knowledge, award that cross functioning knowledge to the workers, so that they will be able to work at any place of any kind of whatever knowledge they have. That knowledge should get enhanced, and a periodical training to them. So if the management and the workers, they will follow this all things what I have said, is that increase their efficiency, then more responsive, flexibility should increase, adaptiveness and cross functional knowledge to be increased, and the most of the training. If this three four things they all will do, we will definitely come out of whatever the crisis right now we are going through. The government is there to form policies to support the workers. With our intervention, I can definitely say that we have saved jobs of thousands of people. And see, as the industry is gaining the profits, they were certainly going to grow. They are certainly going to develop and increase their productivity, as well as they will enhance their plans. Right now, what we can see the scenario of the industry also, they are trying to get themselves nationwide. We can say that they want to get national wise or internationally also they want to function, so that lot of groups are coming together so that they can share their profitability, their experiences, and their all kind of skills so they can grow in the future. So likewise, I can say that this is a picture what I can understood throughout these 2 years, that yes, there was a pandemic situation in 2020. Comparatively, 2021 was not that much difficult to the industry and the factories, because government had never said in the second pandemic to close down all the industries, but they have given some percentage within which the any industry can function. Sorry. And what we have to take the positively from all this pandemic is that the workforce really needs to increase their level of skilled, their efficiency, and their adaptability in this new situation, and to see that there will not be any adamancy. Likewise, so many industrialists and so many factories, they have done a great job in this pandemic situation. They help their own employees, not only of their own employees, they have extended their facilities to the whole society, and their humanitarian ground, they have given so many kind of helps. So I think that nature of positivity we can carry forward, and we can certainly are on the right track now, and we are going for the betterment in industry. Once the industry will improve, automatically the workers situation, the workers whole scenario will going to be positively be in place. And right now I can say that only thing is that the internationally whatever is going on, like the war in Russia, or the impact of that has been coming in our fuel prices, and again it will go for an inflation. So that is actually the point of to be noted by the higher authorities, that how we can control that inflation so that it will not again have a bad effect on industry, and that cascadic effect should not come again on the workers on their life. So talking on the occasion of this International Labor Day, I can say in per se that all over in world and in India, and particularly in Maharashtra, yes, we are going to be in good position, in good productivity, and even the position of all the workforce is going to be positively going to be in a good shape. And particularly with the unorganized sector, we are also having a lot of things coming up. As I said, there is for unorganized worker, we have created one e-shram portal, and that e-shram portal is registering this unorganized worker. Basically, Supreme Court has given these directions on the background of pandemic situation only, that nobody was knowing that who are actually the unorganized workers. So there are around 122 jobs which have been considered as unorganized jobs. It may be self-employed people like rickshaw driver, taxi drivers, or bhajiwalas and all. So this kind of 122 unorganized workers nature of work have been included in that, and their registration online has been done on e-shram portal. So we have around 34,000 centers which have giving this help to this registration. And after this registration, once the government will come to know the actual number of unorganized workers, in which field they are working, so accordingly the schemes will be created, and that uh, benefits will be given to those workers. So right now we have some around 36 schemes for the construction workers, because we have a proper welfare board for them. That board is having a cess which has been coming from the construction employers. So that board is having a very good schemes also, around 36 schemes. Right now we are giving, in pandemic we were delivering food free of cost to these all construction workers, which has been stranded at this construction sites. So likewise for the all unorganized workers, there will be something planned by the government. Right now, they are giving Ishram portal registered people the insurance of 2 lakhs, which is under Pradhan Mantri Bima Yojana. So let's see what other things will come up. And I'm, as a personally being in the labor field, is more hopeful about the whatever situation they are going to handle in future. And if anything else, any explanation or anything organizer would like to ask, you can ask. And I think this is the thing what I would have been like to communicate with you.
Yeah, yeah, right, ma'am. Very rightly pointed out. There are various schemes ongoing for these particularly unorganized sector employees, and that is definitely a good sign that they will recover from this pandemic situation. Ma'am, would you like to elaborate any particular mostly what is happening is that these laborers are not having that much awareness about various schemes that may be run by government, say state government or central government. So any specific mechanism or any specific things are being done to make to pass on this information to these workers. Mostly what I mean to say, from awareness point of view, how they will come to know about various schemes that has been launched or that are already there in the field run by state and central government. So how they can access this other than e-portal. E-portal is one of the things that you had pointed out, that they are taking various information, collecting the data, and then accordingly schemes can be developed. But right now, whatever
Yes.
schemes are going on, how these labor class people will come to know about these schemes? Yeah.
Actually, see, if they can go to any nearby labor office, because each and every district is having our labor offices over there, so there they can go. And for unorganized labors also, right now my officers are only working because they are not having any separate work for employers or employees for them or the staff for that. So if they can go to my office, they will get the information regarding all kind of unorganized workers schemes, even for the construction workers as well as for the housemaid or house workers. This Gharelu Kamgar, what you say. There are a few schemes which have been declared by the central government, and the state government is working on that. So if basically you can go to those these centers which have been giving the information about registration and everything. So I think each and every collector office, each and every tahsildar office is having those centers, those public facility centers. So there, if you can go, they will help you even to get registration of e-shram, as well as there is one scheme called Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. So you have to just pay a 12 rupees and you have to get registered. But if, on eShram portal, if they are getting registered, so that is automatically this scheme of Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana is applicable to them. It is like that they will have a insurance of 2 lakhs in case of death, as well as in case of they become accidentally handicapped, and if that handicapness is permanently, then 2 lakhs of insurance is for that. And it is not a permanent, it is a temporary. If they become an pangat but they got that handicapness, then 1 lakh of rupees is the assistance which is to be, which is given under that. As well as there is one scheme called Pradhan Mantri Shramyogi Mandhan Yojana. So it is basically a scheme which will give mandhan, that is a pension, to that unorganized worker, and it will start to him from after he is reaching the age of 60. But at this moment he has to enter in that scheme. uh, but the only thing is that the workers who are having the age between 18 to 40 can enter right now in that scheme, and monthly is around from 55 to up to 200 rupees is the installment. And when they become at the age of 60, they will get 3000 rupees per month as a pension. So now they just have to pay some 50 rupees, but after the age of 60 they will get rupees 3000 as well. pension. So these are the few schemes which are going to be applicable to those workers who will get registered themselves in e-shram. And for construction workers, so I said there are a lot of schemes. Even in generally, there is some schemes from social departments also. So that information the people can get it from those departments. For as far as laborers are concerned, at any district office they can go to my labor office and they will get the information about this. Or everything is available on portal, e-shram portal. Everything is available.
Right, right. Even I think most of the workers who are unorganized workers, they might not have that much familiarity with the IT sector, but I think some of the social organizations they can come forward and they can be a
Yeah,
mediator
there.
in bit to
Yes,
reach
yes, yes.
the
Yeah,
basically
but
how to
once they go to
uh,
our office now, we do have
mhm.
that help desk over there. They will help
Okay,
them to
okay.
fill up the form also.
Correct, correct, man. So definitely various things are going on by the state government as well as central governments, and as far as your department is considered, labor department also, they are focusing much on how to improve the situation of the laborers after this pandemic corona situation. So it's really a very good step, and really we appreciate the work that has been taken care by you and your department for getting back the laborers on the track. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us today. And we would like to have your concluding message on today's topic as well as message to our viewers.
Yeah, on this International Labor Day, I can just say that yes, we are the laborers, and because of us, this whole industry and this whole world is there. Without you, nobody can function. So be there, be firmly whatever you are doing. Everything is going to be very positive, and we are hopeful that this corona will not going to come change anything in our life. We are going to have a normal life. So new normal will be there. Only few things we have to adapt, and there will be absolutely new normal. So be happy, be positive, that I can say. Thank you so much.
Right, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining today. And we would like to definitely invite you on any other further occasions and topics which are related to your department and your area
Yes,
of
yes,
interest, basically. Thank you very much
yes.
for joining today.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Yeah.
you. Jai Hind, Jai Hind.
Jai Bhim.
That was Shirin Lokhande, ma'am, Labor Commissioner,
Mhm.
Assistant Labor Commissioner, ma'am, from Mumbai, who had elaborated on World Labor Day, her views and what are the various schemes that are going on and how laborers can improve their situations, particularly in current scenario. I think this information will be available on this particular link and particular video, and you can pass on this information to all your other family members and relatives and all the other viewers so that they can also get this information, first hand information through this link, and they will also be aware of what is going on and how they can come up with the current schemes run by various government. So thank you all, thank you viewers for joining today on this particular occasion. And definitely tomorrow, as daily from Monday to Saturday, we are organizing the various panel discussions in Hindi. So tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. we are going to organize on the topic संविधान की विरुद्ध बुलडोजर की राजनीति. This is the topic that tomorrow we are going to discuss, and we have a special panelist on this topic, Mulnivasi Engineer Umesh Rajak, who is Rashtriya Sangathan Sachiv People's Party of India Democratic, and Mulnivasi Ajay Jinwal, Rashtriya Treasurer, Mulnivasi Sangh. Both these panelists are going to join tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. on the topic संविधान की विरुद्ध बुलडोजर की राजनीति. So be there with us at 8:30 p.m. and thank you very much for joining us today. Jai Bhim, Jai Mul Nivasi, Jai Savidhan, Jai Bharat. Thank you very much.